Good afternoon, this is your 1pm bulletin from Solent Sports News with me, Gurpreet Singh. Southampton legend Matt Le Tissier today has backed Saints' new appointment. Mark Hughes, who was announced as new manager yesterday, will be giving his first press conference as Southampton manager later in the day, ahead of the FA Cup quarter-final with Wigan. Le Tissier feels that the appointment is a positive move for the club's hopes of staying up.
I think in the position we're in, I think we needed somebody to come in. It's a short period of time, so you needed someone with experience of the league. And I think with over 400 games managing the Premier League, Mark's certainly got that experience, and hopefully he can draw upon every single bit of it to get us out of the trouble we're in.
Our reporters have asked Southampton fans on what they think on Hughes' appointment.
I would have preferred someone more exciting than that. It's a bit of a same as, no progress.
I think it's pretty decent. I think he's a good manager. He did well at Stoke, and I think he'll do a good job and keep them up.
Well, he's a Premier League experienced manager, and that's what we need.
I think Saints have just appointed someone to not really do anything. I think it's not going to steady the ship at all, and I can only see him really getting relegated now.
The draw for the Champions League and Europa League has taken place. Manchester City and Liverpool have drawn against one another in the Champions League, whilst Arsenal will face Russian side CSKA Moscow in the Europa League. And now we'll head over to our football correspondent Jack Stevens, who will be breaking down the rest of the European draw for us. Hello, Jack.
Good afternoon. So, as well as the all-English draw in the Champions League, we also have a standout fixture and a repeat of last year's final with Real Madrid and Juventus being drawn together. Arsenal's game with CSKA in Moscow in the Europa League should act as a decent preview to the World Cup in terms of security, with concerns of course after the ugly scenes involving Russian and English fans at a recent tournament. Fingers crossed we don't see anything like that again, and there's a plethora of good games.
Thank you very much, Jack. And moving on now, and Eddie Howe has expressed his delight at young prospect Lewis Cook being named in the England squad. Gareth Southgate announced the team for their upcoming friendlies featuring 5 debutants. Cook's manager, Eddie Howe, was thrilled for the midfielder.
It's an historic moment, I think, in his life. I know he's been with the squad last time, but this different feel about it being named officially in the squad. Delighted for him. He's such a level-headed, down-to-earth lad. He's worked incredibly hard since he's been here. He's improved greatly. I'm just really pleased that he's got the recognition his performances deserve.
In other sports now, and cricket left-arm spinner Jack Leach has been called up to England's Test tour of New Zealand. He replaces the injured leg spinner Mason Crane, who will be returning to England with a stress fracture in his lower back. Test vice-captain James Anderson believes Crane will come back stronger.
Around that age, 2021, you are susceptible to that those stress injuries. But I think the advice the lads will be giving him in the dressing room is, he's still young, he's still got plenty of time on his hands, he's a serious talent. So if he works hard at his fitness, and I'm sure he'll come back stronger.
It's the 4th day of the 2018 Cheltenham Festival, and there are 7 races going ahead, including the Gold Cup at 3:30 p.m. Last year's winner, Sizing John, missed out on the chance to retain his title, but there is plenty still to offer at the last day of the festival. To rugby now, and the Six Nations tournament concludes tomorrow with Ireland taking on England. Ireland have already been confirmed as champions following their win over Scotland and England's defeat to France. Ahead of Ireland v England at Twickenham, the Red and White's fullback Anthony Watson isn't thinking about the 3rd defeat.
We haven't even spoken about the possibility of that happening. We've just tried to focus on those learnings that we've got from the Scotland and France game and put them right in training, and then all of our focus lies is putting on a good performance and hopefully getting a win on Saturday.
Meanwhile, Ireland fullback Rob Kearney says they haven't hit their potential so far.
We probably haven't hit the heights that we're capable of just yet in this competition. I think probably more than winning the game in the Grand Slam, that's been our focus this week, is trying to, as a team, fulfil our potential a little bit more than we have over the last 4 rounds.
Roger Federer and Venus Williams reached the semi-finals in the BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells. Williams beat Carlos Suarez Navarro in just 71 minutes in straight sets, whilst Federer defeated South Korean Chung Hyun. Following the veterans' win, tournament director Tommy Haas announced his retirement from the ATP Tour. And switching gears from tennis to F1 now, Lewis Hamilton says he feels confident for his upcoming battle with Valtteri Bottas. Last year, Hamilton comfortably overcame his teammate to win his 4th World Championship title. Hamilton insists he feels in an even better place than last year, but no doubt Valtteri will be better this year. All fighters weighed in successfully this morning ahead of tomorrow night's UFC event in London. The fight night will be taking place at the O2 Arena and is set to be headlined by former heavyweight champion Fabrizio Werdum, who takes on Alexander Volkov. To golf now, and Tiger Woods says he's recovered the feel of playing golf tournaments after continuing his impressive comeback form. The 14-time major winner is 4 under par after the first round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, 4 shots behind leader Henrik Stenson.
I was struggling there for a number of years there, and it was a very difficult life to live. And now I'm on this side and just very thankful to be here.
To the Paralympics now, and Great Britain's snowboarding trio Ben Moore, James Barnes-Miller and Owen Pick all missed out on medals in their winter Paralympic events. Moore was 7th in the SBUL upper limb category, 3 places ahead of Barnes-Miller. It means Britain remain on 5 medals, 2 short of the UK sport target of 7, with 2 days of competition remaining in Pyeongchang. Topman have been forced to discontinue a shirt which could be reference to the Hillsborough disaster. The red shirt has a giant 96 on the back with slogan, "Who what goes around comes back around" underneath, whilst having the word karma on the sleeve. That's all we have time for now, but join us in an hour for more sports news. Remember, you can keep up to date on our website, solentjournalism.co.uk.